outside my hotel in Madrid, and it's like 2 miles to the airport, and I told the lady I was going to walk instead of take the shuttle, and she told me it wasn't possible because of the highways. I'm dying to walk. I was trapped on that train all day yesterday and didn't get here until late. And now I'm going to be in an airport and on an airplane for hours and hours and hours. And it's funny how my body just wants to move. I feel like I'm in a cage. So anyway, I got a little bit of sleep. Time to go home. Hello, Camino family. Just want to say how much I love you all, and thank you for making my Camino such a phenomenal experience. It wouldn't have been the same without you. This is the hardest plane ride I've ever had. It is so hard to sit for 10 hours. So I'm being annoying and standing in the aisles all the time, stretching, moving my legs. No, I'm not waiting. Thanks. So, yeah, I can't wait to get off this freaking plane. Back in the USA. I'm in Atlanta. I've got 2 more flights before I go home. Just cleared customs, and I think I go Minneapolis.
The next stop is for 8.
Something I really, really, really missed was Mexican food. Got a little Qdoba. Yum. In Minneapolis, it's let's see, 6:30 their time, so it's about 3:30 in the morning in Spain. Pretty tired. Still have 1 more flight to Spokane. And it just feels so different. Different to be in the States. There's no pilgrims. I'm the only one walking around with a huge backpack. But that's all to be expected, I guess. Anxious to go to bed, see my family, but also at the same time feeling pretty empty inside. Last flight, getting really excited to see my family. I'm finally in Spokane. My family's waiting for me. I'm excited to see them. I'm tired as hell, but I'm excited. My family's at the wrong gate, so I'm going to find them. happy. And it's about 7:30 in the morning. I've been up since 3:30 this morning. And I'm resting because my ankles have become oddly swollen. I don't really know why. They weren't swollen before, but they're swollen right now. So it's like a after effect or something. I spent the day, I've been home 24 hours. I spent the day yesterday just trying to, I don't know if get caught up is the word, because I've been a little resistant to that, but just absorb being home. So I'm going to head into work here shortly and get caught up there. I'm excited to see everybody at work. I had a couple gals stop by yesterday and say hi. This is Bentley. And I've been quiet a lot. Don't want to listen to TV or radio. Just really contemplative. I'm realizing so many more things that I learned on the Camino now that I have the contrast of home, and some things that I hope to be able to integrate into home. And one of those is, on the Camino, no one cares about your labels, your identity, all your baggage, all the obligations that you have created around yourself, such as I am a mother, I am a realtor, I belong to certain groups and do certain things with my time. And I was talking to my friends about this yesterday, trying to explain it, that when you're on the Camino, people just want to talk to you. They don't care about all the backstory. And one of my friends said to me, well, what do you talk about? And I said, you talk about the day. You talk about how you're feeling and what you're learning and how you're changing and how your feet are and how the albergue was last night and where are we going to find food and am I hungry? Am I sick? Everything is just so present, so now. There's not a lot of focus on the future or the past. And I'm struggling with how to explain this, but somehow you end up realizing that you are so much more than just the labels and identity and obligations and the roles that you play in life. The relationships that I have formed on the Camino are so rich and so deep and such deep bonds, and yet they're not based on anything of who I am at home. They're just based on who I am in that moment. So as I try to grasp this, as I come home and am immediately thrown back into all these roles and have people wanting things from me and having to be all these things that I am or that I have been, I can't help but wonder, how do I still be in the now and be present and live less in the past and less in the future and more just with what's going on today. I haven't figured that out yet. But it's very overwhelming to come back to all these things when before all I had to be was Angela. I didn't have to be anything else. And I'm not saying that that's, necessarily the best way to live. I mean, obviously, I want to be a mom and I want to be a realtor and I want to do all these other things. And it is part of who I am. But there's something bigger there. There's something bigger for us to realize about the fact that we are so much more than the roles we have chosen to play. So I'm just trying to comprehend that, as I kind of sit between these two worlds at present, you know, coming back into the world of playing all these roles from 6 weeks in this world of not having to be any kind of role, just be me. So we'll see what comes from that.